Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. क्या था? मैं मंत्र भूल गया. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I think Kailash effect is still continuing. Empty mind. So we'll just look at it through various points. So what is the first point of Sanat Sujatiya? First chapter. And here the first point is, it is a dialogue between, first is sage Vaishampayan is telling the various sadhakas or the various rishis. And second point, what is he telling about? He is talking about a dialogue between Dhritarashtra and Vidurji. Third point, Vidurji has already spoken quite in detail because Dhritarashtra is already broken down, all his sons are dead. So he has given him Vidurniti. There is a text called Vidurniti. And Dhritarashtra, his elder brother, who is also very wise and intelligent, having studied the Vedas, etc., he asked, I didn't know you were so intelligent, my younger brother. So tell me something more which will help me to overcome my sorrow and attain the highest. So at that time he says, I am not qualified to tell that. It is best that I'll invoke Srimad Sujata ji and ask them to convey or answer the questions that you have. And it's something, you may ask, how is it possible? Sanat Sujata ji, Sanat Kumaras are somewhere and Vidurji is here. Just like, in North India, all over India actually, when Navaratris come, the ladies get the Devi, it's okay. The ladies get the Devi into them, and you can ask any questions and the answers come. Isn't it? Kitna humne dekha, I have been blessed by such people, and exactly what they told happened. So similarly, maybe he invoked, another way I told you was the Sanat Sujata, Sanat Kumaras are four. They are the Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankar completely purified. So they are the four. Say, just like Brahmaji is at the totality level, these are at our mental level. So he invokes and he asks the question. What does he ask? He said that I heard about your doctrine and that there is no death at all. This is the next point. That there is nothing called death. Why did we say it? If you remember, what are the 3 points I told you that there is no death? First,
the Atma doesn't die.
Atma does not die. Second, body does not die, it only unmanifests and goes back to the 5 elements, because this is made out of 5 elements. Third, what is between the body and Atma? Soul, correct. So does soul die? No, it only goes and takes another body. So who dies? Nobody. So why cry? No reason. The only one who cries is the stupid fellow. What is that? Who is that? The ego. The one who is attached. The one who desires. And this is the question, that there is no death at all. We also hear that the Devatas and Asuras practice celibacy and attainment of immortality, which is truth. Which is the truth between the two? And what did we say about Asuras and Devas? What is the difference? Both are thoughts. Individual level, both are thoughts. Then why are asuras not able to attain immortality and why devas are immortal? Then, if you remember,
Yeah, asuras are attached to the body.
asuras are attached to the body. Second,
They want to possess.
huh?
They want to possess.
They want to possess. Okay, what else? So, if asuras are attached to the body, devatas, they are not attached to the body. Okay? Asuras believe that only if they do something, things will happen. Devatas, they believe in something higher. Asuras don't. And they believe that that higher is functioning in and through everything. Therefore, they became immortal. Attachment to the body and anything attached to the body will not lead to immortality. But I don't want immortality. But you are immortal. What can we do? डंडे मार मार के तुम्हें बताएंगे. You are immortal. Everyone wants continuous happiness. You come here not to be miserable. You come here to be happy, to see Kailash. Imagine that type of the first vision you had of Kailash. That type of happiness is there with you 24/7, 365 days a year, entire life. How will it be? That's what everyone is aspiring for, isn't it? So then Sri Sanat Sujata ji said that then he talks about the karma and the karma siddhanta and the path of immortality that we have already, that karma leads to rebirth. Buddhism also believes in cycle of life. All their mandalas are about cycle of life. They believe only one person has attained nirvana, and that is Buddha. Or Milarepa they also talk about. Similarly, those who are attached to body, they will get involved in karma, and that karma leads to impressions, and those impressions bring about the birth of next body, and the soul continues to keep migrating from one body to the other. What is immortality? No more migration. So what you said that gods are immortal. Yes, they are immortal. But then Bali is King Bali, who was an Asura. He is going to become a King Indra in the next cycle of creation. Then it is not, they are not, no, for this cycle of creation, that 74, one cycle of, one kalpa, that is one day of Brahmaji, has 72 or 74 cycles of Chaturyuga. For this Chaturyuga cycle, Indra is the god of the heavens. So he will be there. But because of his karmas, he is also doing karma. But not, his karmas are different. He corrects his mistakes. Asuras don't correct their mistakes. So that was told. And what exactly is the truth, I shall explain to you. And he says, and what I am telling you, Sanat Sujati says, don't have any doubt about it. And in this way, he says, what I am telling you, you listen carefully. He says, pramad. Pramad means inadvertence. Inadvertence means, you know what is inadvertence? Repeating the same mistake again and again. So if I have sugar and I keep taking sugar, I know that it is not good for me. I am taking inadvertence. I should not get angry. I become uncontrollable and I keep getting angry for small things. Inadvertence. So inadvertence is pramad. And he says, this pramad, repeating the same mistake, masters are telling you, scriptures are telling you that you are immortal by nature, and you keep accepting and insisting that I am an individual. This is pramad. This is repeating the same mistake again and again. If we tell you, you are a man, you are a woman, and you keep insisting that, no, I am a wife, I am a husband, I am a father, I am a grandfather. This insistence is pramad, and that itself is death. So if you want to have pramad, if you want to insist the same mistake, make the mistake of accepting, even if you don't know, that you are of the nature of immortality. You are of the nature of Supreme Self consciousness. Then it will help you. So this is the first point. He says that pramad, and and here he says pramad means being unaware of one's own essential nature. Pramad leads to delusion, and that delusion, being unaware of one's divine nature, the asuras were defeated. Because why every time the devatas win over the good thoughts, win over the bad thoughts? Because bad thoughts are always objective in nature, good thoughts are always integrated in synergy, and that synergy and integration only comes by committing to the higher. It cannot come by committing to the body, it cannot come by committing to the world, it cannot come by committing to anything attached to the objects or relations. It can only if you have a relationship with the Lord or with your own essential nature, then this integration comes. And because of that integration, because of that faith that the gods have in Narayana or Lord Shiva as the Ishvara, both are one only. We are giving different names to that Ishvara. Therefore, they are able to defeat the asuras. So find that space within you yourself, that you are, in spite of everything going on, in spite of every doubt, in spite of every confusion, in spite of your default settings in your daily life, we are committed somewhere inside. We are committed to the Supreme, and continue living here. As long as some thoughts are continuously available to that, things will start sorting themselves out in the outer world. And in this way, the gods attain the immortality. Yet some other people will not leave that. The Lord Yama story I told you, because he did not believe in, he believed in karma. Because he believed in karma, he was doing the karma kand, and therefore when he asked for, and for him karma kand means victory over death, and that victory over death is equal to immortality for him, and therefore he asked the Ishvara that make me the lord of death. So he became Yamaraj, and poor fellow is still stuck there. Can't change the job description. Sun cannot change the job description. Only human being can change the job description. From being a karmakandi, he can be a bhakta, he can be a upasaka. From the upasaka, he can be a jnani. From jnani, he can be a saint or a sage. While living, this can happen. While living, this can happen. This option is only for human beings. If any gods they want liberation, they have to take birth as human beings. Then now why is death created? Why is death there in our life? It's because we have an ego. And ego, here he says that ego, and this ego expresses as, first it expresses as doer and enjoyer, karta and bhokta. Second, it expresses as fear to survive, and therefore it has a desire, and that desire leads to anger and eventually delusion and eventually destruction of his of that person in this manner. And what is this? Fear, desire and anger. You are seeing that you are falling into this trap of these three again and again and again and again, but you are not trying to come out of it. You want to come out of it, but when the scriptures tell you or masters tell you to do it, or Bhagavad Gita tells you to do it, here Sanat Sujata ji is telling us, we say yes, that's very good, we understand, but again immediately fall back into the same cycle. What is that? Fear of existence, therefore leads to desire for immortality, but that is not possible. As long as we have desire, it is not going to reach anywhere. And our desire is not for immortality. Our desire is that desire for immortality is replaced by desire for being attached to objects and people. thinking that more I surround myself with objects and people, then I'm secure. This is the fear. And this is not going to be possible. And thus, this pramad, this continuous mistake we are making again and again and again and again, and therefore ultimately it leads to delusion again, forgetfulness of the self. We are continuously caught up in the world. World is more real. And what is world?
Changing.
Good student. What is world? Nature of the world? Continuously changing. And how can you catch that is continuously changing? You cannot. But we want to catch that. We want to catch our child. He should be, one kid in Melbourne, the father used to call him Putta, 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 Tamilian. And as he grew up, once you become teenage and if in front of everyone, father says Putta, Putta, he started reacting to his father. And he was already quite strong. One day he called, Dad, you don't tell me Putta, you call me by my name. And then the father and mother both came and Swamiji, where are we going wrong? Why is our son talking like this to us? I said, he is not at fault. You guys are at fault. Because he has grown up to be a 13-year-old, but you are still a parent of a 1-year-old. You think that your child is still that 1-year-old. You grow with him. If he is maturing, you mature. You want to remain as my baby, 22-year-old, my baby, he will run away from home after some time. Parents also have to grow with them, with the kids, isn't it? Then there is a good relationship between parents and children. Otherwise, kabhi few moments are there of that affinity and that, saying Putta, but not in front of everyone. So here ego, pramad becomes ultimately delusion. Therefore, this jiva under the influence of ego is born out of incomplete knowledge. Our Jnaneshwar Maharaj also says that delusion is nothing but incomplete knowledge. Ignorance about your essential nature is equal to incomplete knowledge. So if you have incomplete knowledge, what do? You go to a source where you can get the knowledge and complete it. Isn't it? But we don't want to go. We want to go shopping. We want to go shopping. We want to remain in the cycle. And we want to keep complaining. And that, you can't imagine how many calls I get of downloading on me. Whole day, it goes on. This problem, that problem, that problem. But they don't want to change. They don't want to change. You give them, yes, I understand. This couple which I am talking about, 3-4 times they came. In the end, I had to scold them. I said, now you're not coming back to me till you don't resolve your problem. Problem is not with your child. He's a wonderful person. I met him, I talked to him, he comes out, takes me out for coffee. Not that the parents don't, they take me out for food. But they are equally good. But somewhere something is amiss, that attachment is there. And therefore, this ego, which has incomplete knowledge, and ego is the one who wants to do things in order to fix. Ego is the one which keeps committing the same mistake. Ego is the one which does not have complete knowledge about its essential nature. Therefore, it keeps committing the same mistake and keeps remaining in the loop of the cycle of life. And what is cycle of life called? Samsar. This samsara is very difficult. Ego can never understand the samsara because it's not there. Only the truth is there. And in this way, it goes into the wrong ways, and the ego can never attain oneness with the reality. Ego has to dissolve. And I told you, what does ego express as? Doer and enjoyer. These are the two horns of the ego. It does something in order to achieve that achievement, gives its happiness. You have a desire, you came to Kailash, you are those we all completed the yatra, and now you will go and sing the glory that we did the Kailash yatra. This is the enjoyment, a sense of achievement, sense of success. It is not of the spirit, it is of the ego. Maybe sattvic, but it is of the ego. So these are very subtle points. You may not like it. That now I cannot even talk about my success and achievement. Yes, you can talk. But how do you talk? It is by the grace of God that I was able to. He invited me. He made me go through the difficulties. He made me go through the parikrama, and he made it possible without any challenges. It's all the credos बोलते हैं क्या बोलते हैं credit goes to the Lord. You are nowhere in between. If that language is utilized, then it is good, then there is no ego coming. So this refinement in our speech, in this refinement in our thoughts, where continuously our attention is on the Supreme, that it is by His will everything is going on in our life, including this yatra, then it is beneficial. Then while you are saying that, you will feel happy. It's not because you did something you became happy. Arey yaar, Bhagwan has taken care of everything. Till today, everything He has only taken care of. And I am singing my glory for nothing. Isn't it? So like this, those who are under the influence of ego remain deluded, and having left this world after death, again fall back into another human body. And it is this ego which believes that it has to do something. Here is another important point which I told you in one of the satsangs, and that is activity is taking place all the time. Remember, activity of my hands moving. No, I have to move my hand only this while I'm talking. Am I thinking this way? No, they are automatically. Eyes are blinking automatically. Breath is coming in and out. What is activity? Movement. Movement is happening by itself. What is ego? It takes charge of the movement and says, I am doing it. Ego takes the charge of the movement, activity. And remember, where did we say the activity is at 3 levels? Manasa, Vacha, Kaya. Three levels. Another way you can say activity is waking, dream, and deep sleep is also continuous activity, isn't it? Within waking, then we can say as a body, this is the activity. So activity is going on. Ownership of activity is the ego, is the job of the ego. And when the ego, then what is karma for? When the ego takes the ownership of activity, now activity is not called as activity, it is called as karma. Technical language, activity is called as kriya and action is called as karma. Karma is called as action. So karma, ego does karma, and when there is no ego, kriya is going on. Nobody is doing it. The wind is blowing all over the earth. Nobody is doing it. The water is flowing from one end of the earth to the going round and round. Nobody is pushing it. It's happening. The sun is going up and down. It's happening. So if the sun says, I will not go down now. No, let me see. How will you sleep? ऐसे नहीं होगा. So one more point I made last time in one of the satsangs was that there is every kriya, every activity will have a result, and every action will also have a result. Result of activity is non-binding because there is no ego. Every karma phala, result of an action is binding because it will give you future births. Or within this birth also you can have the result of that action. So recognize this, and when he again falls into the next birth, the ego goes into the next birth, and then again he gets attached to what the senses are getting attracted to and gets attached to that, and then again produces impressions, and the cycle continues. We want to get out of this cycle. Getting out of this cycle is immortality. Recognizing that I am only the witness. I am not the one who's coming and going. Body is coming and going, breath is coming and going, thoughts are coming and going, concepts are coming and going, waking dream, deep sleep is coming and going. I am the one who knows that all these coming and goings are happening, isn't it? Even now. Being aware. All you have to do is be aware. You cannot do anything about self. I'm going to catch the self. You cannot catch the self. You have to just be aware within you. Today, her son, kya naam hai? Nikhil. Nikhil was saying, Swamiji, are you well? No, I said, yeah, I'm well. But I saw you were just lying and you were just very loose. I said, yeah, I do that many times. So I just left myself loose. Whichever the way the body is going with the movement of the bus, it's going on. And in my mind is totally silent or chanting japa or doing the Om Namah Shivaya. It's an experiment. Any vehicle I do it, even in plane. But totally loose. He says, this is what they do in martial arts. I said, there only I learned it. You see? So you are watching, then you are watching. Body's hand is going this way, the bus sab kuch ho raha hai. Everything is going on, but you are not disturbed by that. Sound is, bhajans are going on, or the songs are going on, or the antakshari is going on. You are not disturbed. You are hearing everything, you are absolutely alert about everything, but you are undisturbed within. This art of being undisturbed you must develop. Otherwise, every passing breeze will make you sneeze. Everyone who comes, why he came, if he goes, why he went. Make yourself recognize this whole creation is within you. Yeah.
Sorry, Swamiji, I slept.
Excused. And therefore this jiva, another word for jiva is soul. If you want to use it, ego. It keeps going from death to death to death to death. Not only physical death. If I am attached to this body, if I am attached to her, if I am attached to her, if I am attached to her, I am moving from death to death. I can't hold on to anybody. I can't even hold on to my breath. So when one breath dies, I die. When the next breath dies, I die. If my eyes blink, the world, I die to the world. Then again second blink, again I die to the world. And this way it goes on. And in this way, I have explained the karma and kriya. That is what was told here. Continuing, this habit of indulgence is the height of delusion for the senses. Jiva essentially is attracted towards illusory objects. So what is illusory objects? Are you illusory or are you real? Are you illusory or are you real? Huh?
If you're talking about are you as an Atma or are you as a body?
I asked a question, you answer.
As a body illusory,
Huh?
as a body illusionary, as Atma you are.
So why do you think body is illusory?
That's changing.
Huh?
Changing, temporary.
Okay. So as a body, you are illusory. What is the definition of illusion?
Change. Appears, has
That which appears but actually is not there. Wave appears but actually is nothing but infinite waters. The space appears to be blue, but actually it is without any color. Isn't it? Cloud appears as a cloud, but it's continuously changing. It's never holding on one shape. You feel that you are the same, but actually you are changing every moment. So what is illusion? That which appears but cannot be grasped. You can see a rainbow, but you cannot grasp it. You can see a mirage water, but you cannot drink water from it and quench your thirst. You can have a relationship with your wife, but wife is an illusion. Then who suffers? Man or husband? Husband is also an illusion. Only man is the reality, or the woman is the reality at that level. Okay? So you think how we are disrespecting who we essentially are. Both are illusions. Husband is also an illusion, wife is also an illusion. Because both are appearance. Just a role that you have created in your mind. Father, mother, daughter, sister, uncle, auntie, grandpa, grandma, everything. And we live with all those data to secure ourselves. Remember, that is what we are doing. But you are the independent one. You are the source of everything. And in this way, therefore, in association with these illusory objects, the human or the jiva falls constantly remembering the worldly objects and keeps indulging in them because he has given importance to the worldly objects rather than to the Ishvara or the Supreme Self. So make a choice. Nobody is saying leave the family, nobody is saying leave the husband, wife, parents, children, nothing you have to leave. While living in them, that it will come afterwards, how a wise man lives. That while living with them, in your heart of heart, you are committed to the divine. Whether it is initially it begins with karma kanda, then it migrates to upasana, then it migrates to, he also is telling that I taught my children practically. His children, I've seen them since they were young, and they wanted to do the puja like daddy does, and they kept doing the puja. At a particular age, they wanted to know what this puja means. Then probably he must have explained. And now sometimes some of them they come and ask when I go to his place. They come and ask, Swamiji, what is this? What is that? I heard about this. Now they are going into knowledge. It is not that from childhood we should ask the questions. In childhood, you just repeat. The Western system has taught us learning by rote is wrong. Learning by rote is right. You must keep repeating. Japa is repetition. 2 1 are 2 is repetition. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, बच्चे को कितनी बार बोलते हैं? That is repetition. It has to be repeated. Otherwise, you will. आजकल के बच्चों को कुछ पता ही नहीं है. A, B, C, D. What comes after that? Let me Google. है? So first repetition, without any questions. When the child reaches 9, 10, 11, automatically out of that Gayatri mantra that he has been initiated at 6, 7 years old, he keeps chanting. One day it will come to him. What am I chanting? That question must arise not because someone has told you. It must arise as a result of your chanting, as a result of your purification, as a result of your focus and single-pointedness. Then the knowledge comes. Then you now the teacher will appreciate the questions. And he will only tell as much as he can digest. He will not give as much as I am telling now. It will only what is required for him. And in this way, a deluded person, he keeps indulging in illusory objects, taking them to be real, and loses the plot of life. And what is real? Everything that you are associating in your life with is illusory. Then what is real? I thought this world is real. Find out where is reality in this world. Everything. If you can show me one thing in this world which is permanent, then I'll say, yes, you know it. Tell me one thing that is permanent in this world. ढूंढ के लिखा, start writing a list.
Change is permanent.
Changes. Only existence is, supreme reality is Sat Chit Anand. Sat means what? Existence. That is the substratum, that is the foundation of everything. Just like water is foundation of everything. On that foundation of Sat, existence, all the illusory objects are. Just like wave is an illusory object. So when we say water is, wave also is. Without the isness, nothing can be, isn't it? Therefore you say change is permanent. But that permanent, you're talking about the permanence in a context. Okay. Then he continues. Uh, the deluded fellow, that is us, we fall by contemplating on the worldly objects, then desire and anger take possession and destroy him. These delusion, desire and anger lead the foolish jiva to the death. However, the wise one with patience and inner strength transcends the realm of death, because he is committed to the truth, the unchanging principle. Therefore, instead of desiring the world, he is desiring the truth. And therefore, when you are desiring the truth, which is all encompassing, all pervading, how can there be a desire for anything else, any object in this world? And therefore there is no anger. But we see people who have just started chanting the name of the Lord, they become very angry after some time. Or those who are doing puja, if some disturbance comes, he's become disturbance proof. But I also, children play in my class and everything, I don't get disturbed. But some other people are getting disturbed. Swamiji, tell them to keep quiet. I said, take care of your mind, man. Don't tell the children what. Their job is to play. They will play at the back. And when the story comes, I call them. When the story is over, I send them back. Okay, you keep playing at the back. So we have to work on ourselves. And therefore, here, now the wise man is introduced, who is free of delusion, who is free of desire, and who is free of anger. And that wise one, we have to discover within ourselves. Because that's who we essentially are. That's who we essentially are. And for that, what is the antidote? Rather than contemplate on the world, past, present, future, put all your energies, use all your faculties to contemplate to contemplate on the Ishvara, or the infinite reality, pure self. That's all. That's it. The distance between this and that, from the worldly object to this, how much time does it take? I am looking at, what is your name? Deepa. I'm looking at Deepa. How much sadhana do I have to do to remove Deepa from my mind and think, now this is Kaushik? How much time it will take? Instantaneous, isn't it? Then why do we think that it is so difficult to give up the individuality and be the reality? How much time will it take for a wave to realize that it is water? How much time? Technically, how much time it should take? Huh?
No time.
Exactly. Because we don't accept ourselves to be that infinite, therefore all the scriptures are there. So one fellow says, I am a Vaishnavite, अच्छा ठीक है, नारायण को फॉलो कर. दूसरा बोलता है, I am a Shaivite, okay, कैलाश का चक्कर काट. दूसरा बोलता है, I am a कर्मकांडी, okay, तू हवन और होम कर. दूसरा कहता है, I am a उपासना, okay, do ओम नमः शिवाय जपा और ओम नमो नारायण जपा. So all these Kundalini path, Kriya Yoga path, Ashtanga Yoga path, Karma path, Bhakti path, Gyan path, all these paths have appeared only because this idiot does not want to accept that he is the infinite one. So just as a wave is nothing but water at any given time, we are all the waves. We cannot exist outside the reality. Correct? Can any wave exist outside water? No. Can anything in this creation, or we are talking about conscious person, so does any one of us exist outside reality? Not possible. So how much time it should take us to realize that we are the reality? It should be instantaneous. We are that. So where is the obstacle? The obstacle is your orientation of mind is towards the world of objects which can never be caught because they are illusory. And if you just shift your attention, withdraw your attention from that and put it on the supreme reality, Every moment, not one day in the morning, one day in the evening, all the time. Why? Sit down sometime, take that Chinese tea, and contemplate that I am that. That's it. It will click. It doesn't take, because you are already that. How long will it take to click that? You are already that. So just like for me to think of Deepa and to think of Kaushik, it did not take too long. Or when you are in front of me, my mother is there and my sister is there. If I'm talking to mother, the son comes out. If I'm talking to my sister, the brother comes out. And it keeps flipping, flopping, whoever is coming in front of me. I don't say, no, let me take my mother out of my mind, then I will become the brother. Because if I take the mother out, I have to withdraw from the mother, then the son will go out, and then I'll act as a brother. It's instantaneous, isn't it? Why it is instantaneous? Because I accepted. We have not accepted that we are the infinite reality. Accept it and lead the life, whichever way it unfolds. Because He is the ultimate maker and doer of everything in our life. This is how the wise ones live. They also become hungry, they also go to sleep, they also wake up, they also go to toilet. They also become I told you some examples of Mahatmas, they become angry also. I gave you, they say, I am only observing, he comes, he goes, anger comes, anger goes. I am not angry. And in this way, the wise one with patience and inner strength transcends the realm of death. Shraddha and Saburi, our Shirdi Sai Baba. So Shraddha is faith, but here the words used are with patience and inner strength. Patience is Saburi and inner strength is Atma Bala. See? Atma Bala. We must have, and where will this Atma Bala come from? Where will this Atma Bala come from? It will come only if I believe that I am greater, more than what I perceive myself to be. If you think that you are a man or a woman and you say, I will never be a good father, I will never be a good mother, will you ever get married if you keep thinking like that? If you keep thinking that I don't think I can have children, who will take this responsibility, blah, 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 my whole life, I can't do anything once the children are born. No strength inside, then you will not have children. So you had some strength, you had some faith, you had what it takes that, yes, I'm ready for this responsibility. That is Atma Bala. And that you may have got it from your parents, you may have got it from the society, or you may have got it from the Lord. That He's there to take care of me, isn't it? Many people conceive also by thinking of the Lord. They live their life, and that is our Sanatan Dharma. From morning till evening, you start the day by surrendering to the Lord, and you come back, and if you have forgotten something, you surrender back to the Lord. See? This is the inner strength. You have to live a life of patience and inner strength. No instant gratification. And in this way, a person who is following the dictates of desire, that I want this, I want that, such a person will be killed, will be destroyed by the same desire. No person, today we had what? Bread pakoda or gulab jamun. Gulab jamun is nice. I love it. Oh, for so many days I have not seen gulab jamun. I have not tasted gulab jamun. You eat one, second one, third one, theek hai. Fourth one, no, please have some more. Agraha chal raha hai. Forcing. Please have one more, please. After fifth, sixth, seventh, you will feel like vomiting. And you don't want to see that gulab jamun for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 months. So overindulgence in anything, meaning overindulgence in desire, the desire itself will kill you. No desire can ever satisfy you other than desire for the truth, because he is complete or she is complete. And therefore, living for the body, as the body, in the body is hell, living hell. Living in the body, for the body, as the body is living hell. But living in this body for the higher can be an opportunity for liberation, for immortality. Then Sanat Sujata ji says, those people who neither believe in the existence of God nor do they study the related scriptures, their body is meaningless. That means they are a mistake. They have wasted their life. It is like a tiger eating a grass or a grass tiger. So if I told you in the first satsang itself, the human body is only for one purpose, to realize that it is of the nature of immortality, and that immortality can be gained only through human body, not through any other form. So take opportunity rather than get lost in unwanted things. This being so, your delusion and attachment full of fear, anger and greed is your death indeed. So those people who use this body for attachment, and what is the attachment to? Wet garbage and dry garbage. Remember these two words, our Swamiji's. Dry garbage is all the possessions and wet garbage is all the relations. These two are, if you are attached to these two, you are a living dead person walking about on the earth, who is not committed to the higher. We may be doing puja, we may be doing pilgrimages, but if we are thinking only of our children and thinking only about how much wealth we have or how much we have amassed, it is a living death. We must recognize our true nature. In this way, a person knowing well that death is born out of anger and therefore abiding in one's essential nature is not afraid of death, because having known the Supreme Self, that death of the wise dies away as an ignorant person dies under the authority of death. So, once the wave comes to know that it is infinite waters, then will it be worried about which form I am? From the water's point of view, there is no wave, there is no ocean. Once we come to, I'm not talking Ishvara, I'm talking about supreme reality, absolute reality. So once we realize that we are the absolute reality, there is no question of relativity then. I am absolute. Absolute means there is no change. It is always the same. But when I come down to the level of Ishvara, then there is relativity beginning, because Ishvara Shakti, that Shakti then goes into manifestation and unmanifestation, and the drama begins. But it's a drama. So do the drama. Remember, kisi Karnataka. You are from Karnataka, no? I am also from Karnataka. So live up to their state's name, man. And in this way, we'll skip in between and just come to the conclusion of the first chapter. Oh, yeah. Here it says, remember we talked about the food and the association of people. You should eat only from the good sattvic people and sattvic food and all that. So that's why I'm bypassing all that. So the wise man should think that. What is that? Nityam ajnata me iti manyeta brahmanaha jnatinam tu vasanmadhye naiva vindeta kinchana. The wise man should think in this manner. Let my spiritual practice remain hidden and unknown even to my nears and dears. He should not consider any one of them, including his body, as his essential nature. Meaning, he should not be dependent on anyone and anything. I am existing because my parents are there. Wrong conclusion. Why did I say that? I'm questioning. I am existing because of my parents. It's a wrong statement. Why?
It's an illusion. Because I didn't know.
It's changing.
Go and tell your parents. ये पड़ेगा. Parents gave birth only to the body, not to the soul. not to the consciousness. Consciousness is neither born and cannot be destroyed. If you want to take soul, soul also is never born and never destroyed, because it just keeps moving. It sees it is in heaven or hell, wherever it is, depending upon your karma. It sees depending upon when that body died, previous body died. According to that, he goes to the higher or lower lokas. If he goes to lower lokas, he has to evolve to come to human birth. If he goes to higher lokas, he looks, okay, where can I empty my impressions, memories, subconscious impressions? Which womb do I enter? So in the 4th or the 5th month of the pregnancy, he's acha, that is where, that is the correct place. It happens automatically very fast. The right parents and the right conception and the soul gets attracted to it, and so that he can continue his journey there. So parents don't create the soul, parents only create the body. Therefore it is said, serve the parents but with the body. But where should be your attention? Like what is that, the boy who told he was serving his parents, and Vithala came, and he was thinking his parents to be Vithala. Hey, Vithala, 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 Vithala. Vithala says, I am here, you are calling me all the time, I am here. He says, I am serving my parents, come afterwards. And he threw a stone and he stood there. See? So we don't even have that type of faith that we consider our parents as Vithala. कुछ करना है तो फिर हट के करना है. You have to be exclusive devotion. We are worried about, Bhagavad Gita says, ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam ahamyaham. Ananyans means exclusively remember me, Lord is saying. Ananyas Chintayanto, Chinta karni hai. If you want to worry, you worry about me, man. Don't worry about the world. Worry about me. Ananyas Chintayanto ma. Ye jana means those who, people. Then what happens if you remember me exclusively, to the exclusion of, with no disturbance of anything in this world? You think of me, worry about me, ponder over me, contemplate on me, chant my name, think of me, meditate on me. Then what will happen? He says, Yoga Kshema. Yoga means whatever you don't have, I will give you. Meaning what is required by you in your life. And Kshema means whatever you have, I will protect you. Protect that. Where's the question? That is the best leverage you can have in your life. We all work for leverage, no? Minimum efforts and maximum gain. Here is only one. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah. Only one mantra. And Yoga Kshema. Everything will come. Think a bit differently. Results will be phenomenal. And in this way, so what is sin? Here he says, Sanskrit he says, sin is he who thinks of something else, himself to be something else, even though he is divine. This is the biggest sin that he is committing. Forget about small. इस हाथ से मैंने खाना उठा लिया, उल्टे हाथ से खाना खा लिया, ये सब sin छोटा छोटा है. किसी को झूठ बोल दिया, किसी का पैसा लेके जेब में डाल लिया, वो सब छोटा छोटा है. Biggest sin is you are essentially divine, but taking yourself to be an individual. This is the sin. A wise person, he does not take that and not superimposing the attributes of the not self on him. Not self means all the illusionary things, the body, breath, mind, intellect, world, relationship, possessions. He does not associate with this, and therefore remains effortless. And how does he remain effortless? By not being a problem to others. This is the first step of Ashtanga Yoga. I told you last week or the week before. Yama and Niyama. Yama is the first step, that you don't hurt anyone, you tell the truth, you don't steal, you don't collect too many things for yourself. So what is that? When you practice all these Yama Niyama, in short, it was told that you don't disturb the world by thought, word and deeds, and nor get disturbed by other people's thought, words, and deeds. The wise man is practicing that. So why don't you practice? And that is what is other thoughts, other people's actions disturb you, other people's words disturb you, other people's thoughts disturb you. You go into a room where husband and wife have fought, and you go into you know that there's tension, something is wrong in this room. Isn't it? We have all experienced that. When we come from school, we know something is wrong. Better go into another room and quickly open the study book and start studying. There is fire between daddy and mommy. All that fire is going to come on us. They didn't say anything, but you can sense it, isn't it? So, same way here, the Mahatma, the wise person, he should not go around declaring that he is wise. And therefore, wise person is told to live in 3 ways. This I didn't tell you before. First is, many wise people, they are balavat. Balavat means they behave like children. Second type, many wise people behave unmattavat. Unmattavat means like a drunken person, mad. So nobody can put them in a box. And the third type of way that these wise people behave is pishachavat. They are like a ghost, appearing and disappearing from one place. Shirdi Sai Baba, Pauti, you read. Baba used to appear in different places. Pishachavat. So balavat, unmattavat, and pishachavat. These are the 3 ways. So they should not behave like a cultured person. When he is a child, everyone will take care of him. When he is drunk, other people will, idhar chale jao, udhar khila do, kisko pata nahi he has eaten or not, they will give food, everything will be taken care. He doesn't need anything. And Pishachvat is actually a different way, because once you don't recognize that you are not the body, a siddhi appears, and you can appear at different places at different times without leaving the body, wherever you are. Body is still there. Shirdi Sai Baba used to be in the masjid where he used to stay, but he will be seen many places. Satya Sai Baba also similar. Many people who came to my classes, now they are old, but they have seen Satya Sai Baba in their rooms, and he has been visiting them for so many years. And one day they went, when the Sai Baba movement came here, I'm talking about 40 years ago. So the first center was on Chapel Street, and they went there. And they said, oh, there's this board on the Chapel Street. This is the fellow who comes in my room and troubles me. And troubles me means comes and gives they don't know the word darshan. But they used to see this apparition in the room, looking at them with this all hair. But for them, even though they were scared, but also they were attracted. And once they went to the Sai Baba bhajan there, and then they heard about his greatness and everything. And this was in 70s, and then they visited Puttaparthi when the building was not there. They used to sit with him. They used to dine with him. Baba used to serve food to them. One person is passed away now. I don't know if you know Teresa. No, you don't know Teresa. And one lady, other one is still there. So, Pishachavat. Nobody can put Sai Baba in a box, whether it is Satya Sai Baba or Shirdi Sai Baba or any other Mahatma. Just wearing this cloth doesn't become Mahatma. Abidance in the truth is equal to wise man. Then at relative level, he is also a wise man, because he is doing all the pujas and archas and benefiting the society. You are also a wise man. You are taking care of your children perfectly to the best of your ability. But who is the real wise man? Everyone, he also says, I am a wise man, I am a good husband, I am a good father, I am a good son. All that is good, but move on. Yoga kshemam vahamyam. And in this way, continuing, those who propitiate various gods for attainment of supernatural powers and put a lot of efforts for that, even those gods are no way near to this man of wisdom, because gods also are what? Manifesting and unmanifesting. Gods are not the truth. Indradev, Varunadev, Agnidev, Yamaraj, all the rishis, they have all come when the creation began. Once the creation concludes, because pralay will come, just like every night you die to yourself in sleep, similarly at the total level also destruction will come. When that destruction comes, where will the gods go? They also become unmanifest. Wise man does not become unmanifest because he has realized the truth, and truth never becomes manifest or unmanifest. Truth is continuously the same. Water ever remains the same. Only on the surface of the water the waves come. See? So when we in our scriptures about Narayana, it is told that where is the creation in Narayana? Is Narayana the creation? No, Narayana says the entire creation is only a tiny dot on the right toenail of mine. Only a tiny dot. Now look, if you look at the total space, how much is the total mass in the total space? Exactly the same. A tiny dot on the immense expanse of that, what is Narayana. In the total space, all the galaxies and planets and stars and everything put together will be a tiny dot in the total expanse of space. It's insignificant. When you are in the plane, how significant is the rush and the accidents and the on the ground level? Nothing. Once you are high, कुछ दिखता ही नहीं है. Similarly, the more you expand your consciousness, to that extent, all these teeny mini troubles, they become minuscule. They become irrelevant. So this is how the wise man is, because he's established his own essential nature. And such a wise man should not, this is in context to us. Now, when we go back from Kailash, people will say, oh, Kailash returned. They'll touch your feet and you will cringe inside. No, it's all God's grace. But inside you are feeling very good. Oh, They'll give you dakshina, they'll touch your feet, they'll call you for food. You should not get lost in that. It is all His doing. And nowhere we should feel that we have become greater than the other. This is very important. So, because same people, today they are respecting you, they are touching your feet, tomorrow same people will condemn you. You show a little bit, oh, I come from Kailash. Swamiji, you come from Kailash? Yes, Dada, Ashirwad. That time they are good. Next day, who he thinks he is giving Ashirwad? He is also like me, same body. He's got more troubles in his body than me. Thinking great about himself. Same people will condemn. Wise man knows this, because this is the nature of the world. Stay aloof. Stay aloof. Save yourself. Then what do you do at that time? Attention on the Supreme or the Ishvara. Hence, क्या है अपना रूल? देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Anand Mahima used to say, our Swamiji also says that, see everything, so listen to everything, that is because you cannot stop the ears, you cannot stop the eyes. But don't react, don't give opinion, don't respond to anything. Keep quiet. Watch everything going on. Let it unfold. O king, those who are engaged in the field of prosperity in this relative world, they are blessed with wealth. But that also is an obstacle in the path of realization. The spiritual wealth is extremely difficult for a man who lacks self-knowledge. So forget about physical wealth outside. Properties and lot of gold and lot of money is not going to make you spiritual. But also equally, you do few sadhanas, within 3 days you can have a siddhi. I can teach you because I practiced it. Within 3 days, if you commit to it, you can taste any food, you can read anyone's mind, you can don't know the person, and the person just says the name, and the form of that person will come in front of your eyes. So the many in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, all these siddhis are given in the 3rd chapter, and I practiced few of them. So you can also practice, but once you practice, then it can become addiction. Then you start encashing your siddhis. You can see the Mahatmas, and more people go to them. Why? I got this question. No, I know what your questions are. Then they will tell you they'll tell the questions, and they'll give the answer. See, this is a catch. So don't get caught up in that. And in this way, this first chapter concluded that the student of truth, the seeker, he should first of all, the saints and sages describe many type of difficult gateways to enter the kingdom of spiritual wealth, and rather than Kriya Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, at a very ground level, basic level, first be truthful in your life. Second, be straightforward, don't beat about the bush when you have to say something. Third, be humble. And fourth, control over your sense organs, not only these 5 sense organs but also your mind. And apart from that, external cleanliness and internal cleanliness. External cleanliness, at least twice a day you should take bath. You should not take bath when you go to sleep, Australian style. You should take bath when you wake up, so that all your dead cells are washed away from your body and you feel fresh. They want to feel fresh when they go to sleep, and they want to be lazy when they get up. That's not the way of the spiritual seeker. So twice we should take bath every day. Twice we should go to toilet every day. And this is external cleanness. Everything should be neat and order, everything. But also fresh clothes. We are guilty of that right now. But internal cleanliness means be very alert and vigilant that what is going in, what type of food is going in, what type of thoughts I am entertaining, what type of am I a better person than yesterday as compared to yesterday, what commitments I am making that I will be a better person tomorrow. Every day I gave you our Chinmayananji used to say, introspect, detect, negate and grow. So every day going to sleep, 2-3 seconds, 5 seconds you need before going to sleep. Introspect your day, just scan your day. Detect where you have been less than what you want to be in life, which you would have already noted that I want to be supreme, I want to be one with the self, I want to be a truthful. So find out, detect where you fell short. Introspect, detect, negate. Okay, I'm not going to do these mistakes again. Make a positive affirmation and go to sleep. So your day is complete. You're not carrying over anything from the day to the next day. You have sorted the day. And if you keep doing this for few weeks, you will find, depending upon how much data needs to be cleared, but if you do it every day, very quickly you will have no dreams in your sleep, because dreams are only a way of releasing unwanted information that you have collected. No dreams then. You touch the bed, go to sleep. Like me. Sit in the bus, go to sleep. Like her. Touch the seat and go to sleep. Bus has not even started. Pure mind. Uncomplicated. So with that, this is the essence. This is the practice at the ground level. First, they told you that there is nothing called death. There should be no fear of death. Then how does a wise man live? How does the idea of the devatas and the asuras, etc., etc., and how you can evolve yourself in this human birth to recognize that you are the immortal one. Next chapter, if you're coming to August Yatra, second chapter. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. So many things were told during the last 45 minutes. Something will pop up in your mind. Make a deep commitment to it. Imbibe it. Consolidate it. Man is nothing but his convictions. You are convinced that you are a man, so you behave as a man. You are convinced that you are a wife, you behave as a wife. You are convinced that you are a good thief, you behave as a good thief, act as a good thief. Similarly, only thing lacking is the conviction that I am of the nature of immortality. Be convinced, and then that quality, that ability, that attribute will automatically start expressing through you. Question is of conviction. Are you? Just as we were convinced that we will be able to do the yatra, and everyone has successfully done it. All faces are smiling because no casualties. Otherwise, every time there is something or the other happening and it disrupts the whole thing. But hardly anyone got any altitude sickness. Not we got, some of you got. I got it on the way back, a bit of fever, but nothing major, and everything went very well, smoothly. It shows the group dynamics. It shows that everyone was committed to the higher, even if he was outside, but he was giving the strength from inside, and therefore we were able to do it. And congratulations to this, to all the yatris in this yatra. That Amma also eventually went to the south face, and she had the wonderful darshan there and saw Nandi. So keep that vision in front of your eyes. You want to become focused, remember the north face. You close your eyes, probably it is always there now that you have spent 2 days at the Dirapuk looking at it. For me, the first time I went to Kailash, I saw the everything, and when I climbed the Kailash south face, that third eye, just every time I close my eyes, that third eye with the south face is there in front of my eyes. And that's my focus. So everything just drops away. The whole world drops away. Only that remains. And whether it is Om Namah Shivaya or Om, but that fellow is there, taking me in. And eventually that also disappears. So find something. Now you have done something extraordinary in your life. Fact is, everything is extraordinary, but this is extraordinary, out of the normal routine. So don't let it go just as to waste. Take this opportunity and let him guide your life for the rest of your years, because ऐसी opportunity बार बार तो आएगी नहीं. आ भी सकती है, इसको 5 बार आ गई. He's working hard on him. He's working harder on me. But you are wise, once is enough. So thank you for making it possible for me also. And yeah. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om. Mama, your mala. एक एक करके आ जाओ. Enjoy. हाँ? सर्टिफिकेट
For this one.
हो वो बैग देना यार, 1 मिनट.
लाभ है उसमें.
नहीं दूसरा वाला. I think you kept it there.